The hit king of Major League Baseball. That sounds like someone that should be in Cooperstown in the Baseball Hall of Fame, right? Well, that person is Pete Rose, and he is the hit leader of baseball. He had a very impressive career, but sadly, Pete Rose is not in the Baseball Hall of Fame. There are two aspects that should lead to Pete Rose's induction into the Hall of Fame. One is his incredible individual play, and two is his team accomplishments. There is, however, one reservation to his induction, and that is his sports betting scandal that happened shortly after he was done playing. Although Pete Rose had a sports betting scandal, his career was impressive, so he should be in the Hall of Fame. Pete Rose's stats are better than your average Hall of Famer that is in the Hall of Fame today. As stated before, he's the MLB hit king with 4,256 career hits over his 24 years in the MLB. And that's according to Baseball Almanac statistics. Compare that to your average Hall of Famer, they only have 2,411 career hits, according to Ross Carey in the Replacement Level podcast. Pete Rose also was not only a great hitter, but his average was up as well, obviously because he had 4,256 hits. He had a career batting average of .303, and compare that to your average Hall of Famer, they were exactly the same with a .303 batting average. So he was right on track with them, and for people who are not big baseball fans, anything above 300 is really good, especially in the MLB. So Pete Rose accomplished so much as an individual. It doesn't take away from how much he accomplished as a teammate as well. All information about his team comes from Pete Palmer in a Baseball Reference article. Pete Rose was a member of the Big Red Machine, was a nickname they gave to the Cincinnati Red team during the 1970s. And this team absolutely dominated baseball, from winning the division 6 times to the World Series twice in the 70s. They were just a force to be reckoned with. And you can kind of make a comparison with them with the Houston Astros team today, even though I hope the Astros lose tonight. Pete Rose was a team captain on this team, and being on a good team like this, you have to have great compatibility, because there's going to be a lot of big egos on a team like that, a lot of big name guys. So to be a leader, you have to be compatible with those guys to make the team work and win, as you've seen with some super team busts lately. Some of these big name guys on this team were names like Johnny Bench, Ken Griffey Sr., and Joe Morgan. This team also never had great pitching. They just relied on incredible hitting from guys like Johnny Bench and Pete Rose. So his Hall of Fame resume seems set, right? Seems like he's ready for an induction. So why is he not in the Hall of Fame? It's all because of his sports betting damper on his resume. All information about this damper to follow is by Pete Gradoff in his Kansas City Star-Journal. The Pro and Amateur Sports Act made sports betting illegal in the early 1900s. However, the Supreme Court actually ruled against this act in 2018 to make sports betting legal depending on the state you're in. So each state can decide their own sports betting laws within the state's boundaries. Sadly for Pete Rose, he bet on a team in 1987. The team he bet on was the Cincinnati Reds team he was managing at that time. In an interview, Pete Rose admitted that he bet on all games that year, except for the games where his starting pitchers Mario Soto and Bill Gulexson pitched. So for context of you guys, there's 162 regular season baseball games, and during the regular season, MLB teams have about 5 starters. So he roughly bet on 95 games during that year, which seems like a lot, and it is, but for context, there's 162 games, so he could have bet on a lot more. His scandal was most prominent in 1989, where he actually agreed to a permanent ban from the Hall of Fame with the MLB. So the question is, did he break integrity? Because to be in the Hall of Fame, you not only have to be an incredible player like Pete Rose was, but you also have to be have integrity within yourself. There are some guys in the Hall of Fame that you could say did break integrity, and they're still there. Like Mike Schmidt, third baseman for the Philadelphia Phillies. He used performance-enhancing drugs, and he's in the Hall of Fame, according to a Bleacher Report by Russ Hartley. Hartley goes further to say that there's a lot of players that have used advantages that are in the Hall of Fame, like using pine tar on your fingers to get that extra spin or that extra cut on your fastball, or simply using a corked bat that'll just let you hit the ball that much farther. Pete Rose had an incredible career and has a potential incredible Hall of Fame resume. From over his 24 years to being the hit king with 4,256 hits to winning the World Series twice, which a lot of great players don't even accomplish once. But all of this means nothing to the MLB and the Hall of Fame because Pete Rose is not in the Hall of Fame because of his sports betting scandal. Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame because his advantage as a player solely alone was non-existent. He was just incredible out on the diamond. So the next time Cooperstown is mentioned in a conversation somewhere near you, I hope you picture Pete Rose with his own plaque up on the wall in the Hall of Fame amongst the other greats. Thank you.